Hey everybody, welcome to the show. This is our Dragonlance Prelude 3. If you want to join the show on screen, you're going to see some stats. If you make a character for Dragonlance with it and post it in our Discord, and we feel like this is something that would fit our show, we will turn them into one of the retainers. Retainers on the show are heroes, but not quite heroes. They follow the people on the show that are also not quite heroes. Well, you'll see what I mean tonight. This is a Song of Lance and Fire, our take on Dragonlance meets Game of Thrones. You'll notice in the chat I put StreamLoot cards in there. Tonight there are new cards that got added for the 2 new lineages you'll see this evening. This is how you help support the show along with your SL subs, which will let you add reactions to our stream. If you have any questions while you're doing this, please feel free to ask in chat, and I'll answer whatever I can here before we get started. I will promise the one thing: if you have been to an EFP presentation before, this is an adult show. I say fuck a lot. Diana's here. She might say it more than me. And there will be violence and murder, and knowing these two, probably some mayhem. I'll see you all here in about 3 minutes. Hey everybody, welcome to the show, A Dragonlance, a Song of Lance and Fire, our love letter to Game of Thrones. This is what Season 8 should have been. No, I'm just kidding. It won't be, it's not that. It's definitely different. If you like the music that's being played tonight, this is Tor. These are all metal guitar riff soundtracks. We went with heavy metal as our overall slathering for our show. If you missed the first 2 preludes, you can go back and watch them on YouTube. But tonight's a special one. We get our last 2 cast members for our Monday show. Starting the second week of February, we're going to start our Monday and Tuesday show. And they are a cast of 3 and an ensemble of 4. You'll see the last person tomorrow. So without anything else, I think we're just going to dive into the insanity that this is about to be. I am going to fix one thing here. I noticed that you guys can't see me that well. I feel like I am fuzzy. I think I'm fuzzy. There we go. That's better. Woo! Focus me in, baby. There. I moved my camera. So let's start this off with the best way to start a show. Getting a door slammed in your face, because that only seems like the right way to start this. So as we watch the camera from behind, is a woman with short cropped, whitish blonde hair slams a door shut on a keep saying, "Absolutely not," and slams the door. When the camera pans back into vision, you can see one of the 2. You can see our lovely Adriel. Adriel, what do you look like for the show? And also, how are you handling a door being slammed in your face? I don't think that's something that probably goes over very well with your character, knowing the little bit that I do.
So, Adriel Namajor is a fairly attractive woman with short cropped hair, but it's almost like a reddish black, almost like an ombre.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then she's got a rust red cloak on her shoulders, but underneath she's got like leather armor that is mostly a dark brown with like little red and black accents.
Sure.
And she's got one of her hands resting on the pommel of a longsword, and her expression on her face is very flat right now.
Gotcha. Your retainer is with you. This is going to be the first retainer we've had, I think, live. So our retainer, this is Yelena. We're using the MCDM's retainer information and rules because we thought that would be fun to do. She is, correct me if I'm wrong, she's an artificer.
Yes.
She specializes in, it looks like, identifying, comprehending languages, and detect thoughts. And she likes to help, right? I'm assuming she's more friendly than you are. Is that kind of how I'm reading this for being also an Namajor, same lineage?
Yes, she's friendlier. Like, we're friendly with each other because we're family. But with other people, she's much friendlier of the 2.
Gotcha.
At least when things don't go my way.
She would look to you and be like, well, that's a dead end. Should we maybe go somewhere else? And she turns and looks to the third person with you. I have a feeling that this character is going to be the scariest out of our entire cast. That's just my guess. I'm not positive because I know nothing about the character yet. We'll see. Hey, Diana.
Hi, guys.
So you got your
hello, friend.
You got your rock motif on. I see. What does Velena Tharkasis look like?
Velena is. She has dark jet black hair, piercing green eyes, scars all on her face, but she's still, like, you look at her and you're just drawn to her. Like, not necessarily like beautiful, but just like intriguing. Her eyes are piercing green. She's wearing all leather. She has a fake hand. And she's decked out underneath all of her leather armor, a whole bunch of different types of weapons. Most of the time on her fake hand is a dragon claw gauntlet.
Oh,
so it's like dragon nail
motif.
Yes.
So the whole hand's like the metal scale with the claws on it. Okay, I did not know that's what you were doing with it. I drew a ball in spike for the shield.
It's all good. You can have that.
That's all right.
That's her upgrade then. She's wearing like high knee, dark boots. I mean, she's just basically all in black and like dark reds. And she just has her hands crossed, pissed off. She got the door slammed in her face, and she's just staring at Adriel.
Yelena's like, should we ask around? Maybe see if we can find another way? Now, I will say, have you two talked about why you were individually here?
Yeah, I would have told Adriel.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you guys discuss that off camera?
No, we didn't.
Well, do you want to say it publicly, or do you just want to send messages to each other? Because secrets are aplenty here.
I will send a message. I gotta take this off to type.
Okay.
Hold on.
Once you send your message, I'll send mine. But
I'll send it under Monday.
Okay. In the
So while
meantime,
while you're sending those, Yelena's like, I saw a bar when we docked at the wharf. We could maybe check there. Or are we trying not to let people know that we are here? She kind of like straightens her breastplate and make sure she has all of her gear on her. I will say this town smells of dead fish. Like, this is a fishing village and a fishing wharf. Like, it smells. So much so that she's wrapped her face in a white handkerchief, and she has some form of an incense on the inside of it. She comes from a pretty well-to-do part of your family, so this is a little off-putting, but she knows why it's here.
right. So Adriel kind of like clenches, like her jaw clenches, and you see her pull like a red and black handkerchief like out of a side pocket and puts it over her.
Oh, wait. And she like reaches in her pocket and she crushes something up and she rubs the inside of the handkerchief and then hands it to you.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to point out you all look like criminals walking around town.
That's fine. For right now, at least.
Well, not Diana's character.
Right.
So,
she didn't even give us a chance to explain or negotiate.
Well, I mean, it is someone's death, Adriel. I mean, when someone passes, you aren't usually the most friendly. Like, I get it, and we are asking for something from them. We're asking for something that we don't rightfully own.
I don't know if she rightfully owns it either.
No,
she didn't even tell us what his last wishes were.
She is dear friends with them. They're known for traveling together, so let's give her a little bit of the benefit of doubt. She looks to the other one, angry with her arms crossed. You know, because we're not here to cause a problem. We're trying to resurrect a monument in the man's name in the capital.
Yes, and pay our respects, too.
I didn't know him. I have no respects to really pay. But, I mean, I guess you two on behalf of the city are doing that. But the funeral's for 3 days, and for 3 days. Maybe some people in town know stuff. Let's walk away from the keep a little bit if we're going to... There's holes in the wall. And sure enough, she waves to the walls. There's just big holes from this place not being kept up. This looks like pre-Cataclysm. This is probably a very important outpost on the ocean. Or, sorry, on the Vanguard River. But right now, it's just a building that would take more to take down. So they're leaving it as it is. It's not tenement housing, but it's pretty bad. Let's just walk away from this.
Yes, I agree. I don't want...
Oh, there's a park down the way, and she points down to the hill. And if you look southwest, there's like a little part of a peninsula that comes out, and it seems like it's like a little park and shop area.
In looking around, since we did arrive early, does it look like there's anything being set up?
Yeah, they've already started festivities and hanging lights and lanterns, especially in the market area and the village circle. Those two places are pretty well dressed.
And what time of day is it? Is it later in the day, like nighttime?
You can arrive whenever you want. That is 100% your call.
Well, Velina, when would you have preferred to arrive?
If you're talking to her, it probably wouldn't be nighttime.
Right, okay.
Elena says we could try to find the ambassador we were told about and ask him. I mean, I don't know if that would circumvent Becklin, and we may not make friends making her angry, but, you know, I mean...
Sorry, I'm used to people being angry with me, and she's already upset. She slammed the door in my face.
She slammed it again. Grieving. Everyone grieves differently. I've told you this every time you kill someone. Someone is grieving over that person somewhere.
Sometimes you don't have friends.
Sure. Sure. Yeah, that too.
Let's go talk to the ambassador. Maybe there's someone else who came with Becklin who might be a little bit more reasonable.
All right. Well, he apparently Remor is one of the main fishermen. We probably find him down on the wharf if we want to go there.
I probably shouldn't be wearing this when we meet him then. Reluctantly pull down.
So as you walk down Thorn Keep away from it, can I just get an overall perception check from the two of you? You'll notice too, Kelly, on Yelena, I added every one of them is getting like a little buff or a skill buff of some form. You'll notice that she has a +1 to arcane checks when assisting someone for 10 minutes. Like if she assists you longer, you'll get the advantage, but you'll also get a +1. Every one of them have that. Not that skill, but that style.
Right. Okay, so perception. I'm already doing real good with a 10.
A total of 10?
10 total. 10
All
total.
right.
I think I'm just so mad.
Well, Valina hasn't lost an
I-
eye. She just lost a hand. So does she notice anything?
Nope, 9.
Cool. I will
We are the
roll.
best.
I'm going to roll for your... Well, she notices. She goes, it looks like there's some like wooden crates outside of the keep just down the hill. They're body-sized. And there's somebody walking back and forth. Maybe that's where they keep the bodies? We could just ask to see them.
We could.
Bypass this whole thing. In and out. Prep for the festival. No one saw us. Less damage dealt.
Or you can be a distraction. I can go look at them.
Is she a good talker?
Me?
Nope, Yelena. I don't know if she's a good talker.
She's really not. So
Nope. Yeah,
You
I
have
could.
boobies. You have boobies.
She is in. I don't know if you see the character art for her, but she is literally
she's buff as-
in like partial plate mail.
right. Well, I can do the talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can do the talking, and if I get a little too
Okay.
frustrated or
No.
or
It's okay.
disappointed,
It's okay. No, hey,
you can-
It's. You work for the governor, not me. You work for the governor. So with
If
that,
you
I'll take
don't wanna
us
be
to the map.
associated with this, you can.
No! What are you going to do? Ruin my name? My family can pay off any problems. I'm not too worried about that part. So on the map here, I will move us into the Thornwall Keep. Thornwall Keep, like I said, is disheveled, but down along the side, there's a gigantic oak that's here. And next to that, there's a little path, and it looks like a catacombs or the entrance, almost like a Catholic church where they would bury people under the church. You'd go into the front and they bring in people through there. Very similar concept. There are banners for the fishing village hanging, covering some inscriptions on stone and some old statues. And sure enough, there's an old man there with a shovel. And he is got the shovel kind of sitting against the wall, and he's dragging one of the wooden crates in. And he sees you and he's like, "Oh, hello. This is private property. No one should be coming in here. Have a good day." And he like continues dragging it into.
Sir, I apologize. But we're new here. We just arrived, and I was hoping I could find someone to give me a little bit of a lay of the land. I don't want to do anything untoward or have any faux pas pop up during the celebrations.
And he like looks back through the darkness in the door. He's like, "Yep, and he says something to somebody. What languages do you two have?"
I have.
And I will say that Dragonlance does have a slew of languages.
Yeah, I've only got 2. I have Common and Elvish.
Okay.
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
It is in Thieves' Cant.
Great. I'm like.
You know that he
fine.
says we have 3. I'll deal with them. And he shuts the door and leaves the crate between, and he kind of sits on it. The man is just filthy. dirty, like covered in soot, or not, just like dirt and soot, and his fingernails are all black, and some of them are missing. And he goes, hold on. And he like grabs a package out and starts rolling what looks like tobacco to light. He's like, no one's allowed in. I'm sorry. This is private. If you were to want to pay respects to somebody, and he kind of goes like this, I would be willing to maybe help you.
Well, I can understand the universal language for bribery. Can I make a roll to see how much he's looking for in a town like this?
I mean, coppers to silvers. Like, silvers would make someone shut up. Coppers depends on how much you're buying. Also depends on if all three of you are coming in. He did not say anything in Thieves' Cant to whoever he's talking to inside, though, about getting paid for anything.
And then who did he say there's three? I'll take care of them too.
Just said it's someone inside the building. You couldn't see him. It's pretty dark.
He's meaning towards us, yeah?
Oh, yeah. There's three of you. Yep. 100% meaning you three.
Okay. I just want to make sure he's talking about us.
Yep.
Okay, so silver to shut somebody up.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will say,
a couple of coppers to buy something.
We have tons of cards, and I will, for the audience and for you all, because we have some new people tonight, the way these cards work is they are split. The top in the orange is for the Monday show, which is you all, and the bottom is green, which is for the Tuesday show. Also, if anyone ever guest stars on the show that's from another show, they use the bottom half or the top half of the card according to where they're from. With that said, your lineage cards are in here as well. And more will get added as we level in the game. There are social interaction cards in here. If you don't have a card that seems right, or you just want to add a die, that die in the upper left-hand corner, you can add to any roll that is not a d20 roll. So damages, healing, all that kind of stuff. But you cannot add it to like a skill check, attack roll, anything along those lines. But you can add it to any other roll in the game, and you get rid of that card and use the die in the corner instead. So, with that, you have quite a few cards. And there is some social ones for today. So, if you want to make a social roll against this person, you can.
We should.
Yeah, so, I'm talking to him, and I think what I'm trying to do is because I understand he's trying to get bribed, but I don't like paying unless it's absolutely necessary.
Intimidation, huh?
No. I'm just going to distract him to give Vaylina a chance to maybe vanish.
Oh, slip
take
by?
a walkabout. Maybe sneak by. So as he's like going like this, I'm like, your clothes, they seem rather matted. Do you mind if I
Oh yeah, they're
dirty.
We've been digging holes and other things.
That can't be very comfortable.
Oh, and
sitting in all that dirt.
Dirt's fine. And I'm not so used to it by now. Now you're trying to distract him, is what it sounds like.
Yes.
So I think instead of you rolling a persuasion, if you would like to just give her advantage on her stealth, that would make way more sense.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to distract him. I was gonna, like, offer some prestidigitation to clean him up.
Sure, yeah, you can do that, 100%. Oh, he's like, no, you clean him. He's like, now, like, people are gonna be so angry that I'm clean and they're all dirty. If you want to stealth in, give me a stealth roll, Diana.
And I say, I mean, if you're that upset about it, and I, like, make his clothes dirty again.
Oh, thanks. You don't understand. The guys would have been so angry with me if I was clean and they weren't. We haven't had a shot. It's been a bit. But hey, maybe afterwards, we want to clean me up before I go to the crab. That'd be great.
Absolutely.
So give me...
just so much charm.
Oh, Todd says you should show Tuesday how badass you are by not using any cards tonight.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you can use them tomorrow.
Wow. So, Frankhouse, I put up my hood. I activate my cloak.
Why don't you explain what that looks like? I forgot you had that. It's been so long. We made these characters a couple of weeks ago.
As soon as I see her trying to distract, and I can understand because we've worked together for quite some time, so I know what the signals are.
Yep.
I'm going to like pretend to walk away and slip behind some structure.
Yeah, it's kind of like an opening. It's a big stone archway with a thick wooden door that's partially closed now, but you could slip between.
Right. So I would slip in there, look around, double check, put my hood up, and then I'm like pretty much gone. Like you don't really see me. So you have just so you know disadvantage over.
Oh boy.
To see me.
Boy, you have advantage and I have disadvantage. That's what I'm hearing.
So whenever my cloak is up, you don't see me. Once I put my hood down, you can see me.
I don't like this, but okay. So give me your roll with your advantage to slip by. I will roll with disadvantage, so even worse now than I was before.
Math, please. 12 plus 8.
Oh, you're so lucky I have disadvantage because I rolled a natural 20.
Oh!
Blowing my natural 20s out of the gate.
And then I roll again, right? Because she gave me a
you roll 2. You roll 2, take the highest. No, you get 2d20. Roll, take the highest.
So 12 plus 8 was the first one, and then it was 7 plus 8, so the first one.
Okay.
So a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
So with that said, I'm gonna drag you, Diana, to the other map so you can see inside. Boop, and you should be able to see the inside of this place and pan around and take a look at it, and do whatever it is you'd like to do. And it should load in a second. There's video for this one as a heads up. Did you see everything?
I just see rectangles and circles.
You don't see the background? That means your VTE is not updated. If Adam is there, I would say have him update it for you.
Adam, can you pull up your roll 20?
Uh-oh, I hope that the other people here did not hear that. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no Adam here. While you're pulling that up, when you sneak inside, it is all stone. It's old catacombs. There are downed statues, and there are stone sarcophagi in here. On coming in, what is your passive perception?
My passive
So it's 10 plus your total. 13. You see a total of, it looks
10
like...
10 plus my 13, you're saying?
10 plus your bonus to perception. That is your passive perception. It's already there. It's 13.
Okay.
So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys all kind of disheveled, dressed in an assortment of torn clothes, shovels, and crowbars. At the back of a bigger sarcophagi that's kind of raised, you see a man barking around in thieves' can't short, saying, "This needs to be open. Loot the rest. Get everything that you can. We'll make our exit." He's like, and the merchant's working on getting us out of here. And as they're prying on this sarcophagi, trying to open it up, on the top of it, there is a green rounded shield that Ispin was known for wearing when he traveled. Like it says, like he took the last name Green Shield because of the bright green shield that he carries with him.
So that's the one we need.
And that would be the one that's here once you get it loaded. I know you can see these icons at least. Are you going to make your way back out, or are you going to stay in here?
Jesus.
There's a total of 6 people in here. Now, I will say I am using MCDM minion rules. A lot of times when there's large mobs of people, there'll be minions. So if you hit and do damage equal to their hit points, you can kill them, and as long as somebody else is within reach, you can continue your attack to kill more than one. So think of them like 1 hit point mobs, but they're more than 1 hit point. It allows you to basically mop up tons of people at once to make to make them disappear quicker. Whatever, you murder them. You murder them faster.
Murder.
Yes, correct.
Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe take one by one, but not what do you call it? Not fatal. Just knock them out.
I mean, that's up to you. They're robbing tombs.
Right, and I need the one tomb.
Right. So your character doesn't murder people? Is that what I just heard?
I mean, this is the beginning of the show. I don't know.
This is a heavy metal show. You can disembowel as many people as you want.
Fine, I'll disembowel everyone.
There you see. Now you get the murder. Are you going to wait? Are you going to go signal your compatriot to come in, or are you doing this by yourself? she's gonna hear the combat unless you're real stealthy.
I'll come back out and I'll
So come to the door. You're gonna like give her the signal that there's
yes.
danger. Okay. So
Yes, I would. Yeah.
with that, then I would want to know, how are you gonna get in, Kelly? And I will say your retainer, Yelena, doesn't even notice. She's like moving the banner and like looking behind it and like reading the inscriptions right now on the wall, paying no attention to the back alley dealings that you two are about ready to do.
So, Velina, I guess we've worked together for a bit. So, like, is the signal you're giving me like just like thugs or like call the cops or?
That'd be up to you two.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
It would be thugs, like danger, and then I would tell you 6.
Okay. I would pull Yelena aside. I'm like, I turn to the guy that's like, I'm distracting. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, my cousin. Hold on just a second. And I go get Yelena, and I'm like, can you do me a favor?
Maybe? Is this the favor where I get in trouble, or the favor where everything's gonna be fine?
Hopefully it's the second one. So
All right.
there happens to be some unexpected troubles behind that merchant. Or not that merchant, that man. I think perhaps Velina and I are going to take it upon ourselves to assist the city in taking care of it.
Do you want me to go get Backlund?
Could you give us, like, maybe 20 minutes to a half hour before you go get Backlund?
Oh, what about this guy?
I'm going to take care of him.
He's like, what about this guy? Are you attacking this dude, like, and dragging him through the doorway?
I look to him, and I'm like, oh my goodness, you look so tired. And I use...
Thank you for cleaning my clothes and dirtying them back up. What do you... I am kind of tired.
When I'm talking to him, I'm casting sleep.
Oh, okay.
And I'm using subtle spell.
Do you have to roll for that?
No.
Oh. All right.
Wow.
Sleep. That's hit die based now, isn't it?
No. I have to roll for the hit die, yeah. But as I do it, I'm like, you look really, really tired. Are you okay? And like, I don't even touch him. No verbal components, no material, no somatic. Like, you look really tired. And as I look at him...
You vampire him?
As I look at him, like, there's a little flash of red, like, in my eyes. And then I cast sleep.
All right.
So it's 5d8, I think.
Holy shit.
The total is how many creatures I can... The total is the total hit dice or hit points of the creatures that I can affect.
How many?
Within 20 feet.
You may get the second guy.
Okay.
In the room. Because there's one at the door that she snuck by. Let me know, Diana, when you have that fixed, and I'll take you over the map. Is it running now? Can you see it on Adam's?
No.
Really?
And Adam doesn't. He's working on it. Or no, he said no, not on his either.
Gotcha.
Let me try refreshing.
Yeah, you can refresh or do whatever you want. It's not gonna
22 hit points.
He's
rolled
like
pretty well.
He's like, I'm kind of tired, and he like lays down on the wooden coffin outside, and as he gets halfway, he face plants into it and just starts snoring. Yelena goes, huh, and she looks at the tapestry and like unhooks it and then lays it over top of him on top of the crate and sits on the edge of the crate, and she's like studying. Behind it, there is a statue of like a bull-horned humanoid in like bright blue. And she goes, I think that's Mashakal. The goddess.
Right. Anyway, he's gonna wake up soon, so in the meantime, I reach into my backpack and I pull out manacles.
Oh, all right.
If you could just make sure he doesn't
She like
escape.
Slowly puts it around his hands and clasps him and covers him back up. How long is he out for?
About a minute. We might want to gag him too. I apologize. And I just give her my handkerchief with the smelling salts or whatever, so she can just wrap it. Maybe this will make him smell better. And then I walk past.
okay. And she like grabs a thing of her incense and like wraps it in the handkerchief and pulls around and ties it. And then she takes him off of it and puts him on the back of the coffin, like leaning against it, and drapes the cloth over him so that he can't do anything. You know, wouldn't knocking him out, like actually knocking him out, been easier?
Trying not to cause too many.
What alignment
issues.
is Yelena?
With our family, she's probably lawful good.
Okay. Lawful, really?
I mean, our branch of the family.
She goes, these are criminals, and I think that we should help the city out. As she knees him in the face with her, like, metal greaves and metal kneecap pieces on from her half plate, and just knees him hard. Says,
that's the type of civic duty I like to see.
Good luck. And she, like, kind of shuts the door a little bit as you make your way in. So
right.
Inside, I will take us over to the map here. Hopefully Diana can get it working on her end.
No, it's not.
Lawful good in this economy. Well, I mean, she is, Todd, and we just talked about how her family, her side of the family, can just buy her way out of problems. So.
Right. So, you probably have to update the VTE and unload it and unpack it into your extensions is the problem. That is the piece you have to do. You have to file extension, open it, but because of that, it's animated. If you look in the lower left-hand corner of the map there, Diana, I also have a picture just in case your shit didn't work today.
Oh, thank you.
So you can see you can pair up where everything is there. The only thing that aren't on there is the coffins.
So, are the coffins below the stairs?
They're just set up. They're just a separate set piece. They're not part of that map. I can move them. They're tokens. So this is like here, I'll show you. We'll make this easier. Hey, everybody, look, there's an animated thing, but Diana's stuff doesn't work, so we're going to do this. Keep working on it, Adam.
He's not. He's doing other things.
Keep working on it, Adam. So this is roughly how it's lined up to help you out here.
I appreciate it. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, so the coffins are on the bottom part of the stairs.
Yeah. They go up. There's bookshelves on the one side. Those are all stone sarcophagi. They are way older than the stuff that the city uses. You do see some crates around, but there hasn't been a lot of deaths in the city lately. But this is old catacombs to whatever this tower was.
Okay.
And there are 5 that you see, and then you can see along the backside here all the wooden ones that are up against the wall. So there are other ones as well.
Okay.
The ceilings in here are like 30 foot. Like classic, like big, high ones. And there's a grate, like a gated cutlass on the other side. And then there's a head here and here of a dragon. Like carved in stone.
Okay.
So you both sneak in. I will move this to the map layer for you. And then you should see your 2 characters. They are here and here for you.
Right.
The top square is the one that it's in. They just take 2 squares up so people can see them on screen a little easier. You walk in. Diana, you are stealth. You can be anywhere within 30 foot from somebody without them knowing. Oh, you rolled. Actually, you could be anywhere in the room that has cover. Wherever you'd like to be.
Okay. Let me see if I can move me.
You should be able to. As long as you have the arrow clicked.
It's 5...
5 foot squares.
10, 15. What if I go diagonal?
Still 5.
D&D. Oh, okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I mean, if you move and you right click, it can actually draw the arrows.
I'm going to hide behind this coffin.
Okay. I'm assuming, Kelly, when you come in, do you stealth?
Is this guy, since you said I might have been able to catch some people, is this guy still awake?
Nope, he's snoring in the corner.
Awesome. So then, yeah, I can try and stealth.
20 is enough. He is 100% snoring in the corner.
Okay. I can either stealth, and I think maybe to increase my chances a little bit. Let me see how far I am. No, that would draw too much attention. So, yeah, I will stealth.
Okay.
My passive is a 15.
As long as you're within 30, you are good. They will not be able to see you.
Okay.
For those
so
who are wondering
then-
why we're doing that, we do passive stealth in this game as well. As long as you're not attacking somebody, you're not within 30 foot. It's passive stealth versus passive perception, allowing people to stealth in better. That's what we're doing for this. Cards that are available in here for you all. There are a bunch of ones for spell slots. There's negate, crit, or cause a critical hit card. There is inspiration for 2d6 damage to yourself. There is elemental damage, so if you wanted to like light your sword on fire off of one of those braziers, you can do elemental condition damage on your weapons. There's deific harm, which is 100 points, I think, of healing for Tuesday, but for you, it is a DC 20 save, and it does, I believe, 14 D6 damage. If you just want to obliterate somebody.
Oh my god.
There's assassination cards, and then there's also the ones for yours. Ttrpgfamily, you have one that does acid breath.
Yes.
And then I think Kelly's character has one that does spell slots.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. And it's the power of your character. There's some DC changes, so look through those. If you want to do something, I'll remind you what they are. Common is a D4, rare is a D6, epics are D10, and legendary cards spent are a D12 that you can add to anything but a D20 roll. So that includes damage. So like if you crit, you want to spend a D8, that's 8, and roll the second one for the crit. So you can really pile on people, but you can only use one card of a type once. So you can't like, I'm going to use 3 crit cards, or I'm going to use 3 epic cards. You can only use one.
Right.
So with that said, you stealth in. No one seems to notice you're there, and you do not see Ttrpgfamily anywhere. She's just vanished.
Okay.
Cloak of Elvenkind will do that.
Let's see. So where am I? So I'm about 30 feet from there,
Yep.
and then.
And
he's
they're unaware of all of you.
Okay.
I'm going to put the sleep token on this guy, and I'm going to put it for 1, so I know it's for 1 minute. There you go.
Okay.
And what would y'all like to do?
I'm gonna load up my short bow.
Okay. And it is quite obvious they are robbing people.
Okay. I load up my short bow.
So how are you shooting a short bow?
Well, I guess like I feel like the attachment would lock into my
Okay.
hand.
I'm just asking these questions so you have to explain it.
No, that's fine. So for everyone, so most of my weapons will lock into my offhand if I do double or just single. So I imagine this short bow, I would pull it out of my back, put it on here, and just lock it in, and then grab a
So you
bow.
draw with the other hand. So you have like a bow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That works for me. So you draw a short bow.
And I want to aim for, I'm going to aim for instead, I don't think, I'm going to cause a distraction all the way to this guy over here.
You're going to shoot that guy? Okay. So you aim.
I don't, yeah.
You aim to take shot. I will say there is gain extra attack card in here. So you could shoot twice if you'd like.
Yeah. Can I shoot 2 targets instead?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 2 extra.
Okay,
It's 2 attacks.
So I'm going to shoot this guy first,
Okay.
and then I'll shoot this guy second.
All right. And we'll use Bear the Crusader's extra attack card. With that said, give me your roll to hit. You are stealth. They don't know you are there. Probably you get your sneak attack on this if you have sneak attack.
Okay, so remind me for D&D.
D20 plus Dex plus your proficiency
Dex.
bonus if you're proficient with the bow.
Oh, okay, it's already included in my... Okay, got
Yep.
it. That is a 17 plus 6.
Yeah. No, yeah, you hit me.
That's the first one.
Yeah,
Okay.
it sure is.
Second one is a 12 plus 6, 18.
Yep. Sure is. So as you shoot twice, I need you to roll damage on the first one for a very important thing.
D6 plus. That is 6.
So
Is that
with
with your
that
sneak attack?
Oh,
yeah, don't
6,
forget.
no.
Yeah,
sneak
you get your.
attack.
Oh, we should say you are dressed like a knight still, correct? Or are you dressed like? Are you in plate? Are you in a breastplate? What do you wear
Me?
armor wise? Yeah,
Mine's leather. Like
Leather's
leather
okay.
armor.
gotcha.
So I can move. I want to be quiet.
So as you pluck this first one, what's your total damage?
Oh, I've already forgot. So
It was a 6, and then plus whatever your 2 sneak attacks were. Sneak attack dice. I have a bad feeling.
so it's 4.
9 and
So,
over 9. Okay,
10.
good. 10 points. So you shoot the first one, it pierces through him, hits the lid, and sticks the next guy. Can you roll damage again?
Just 1.
Yep.
No sneak attack.
No. Whole 9 yards. They're unaware
With your sneak attack.
with your sneak attack.
7.
7 points total. He gets hit in the leg and turns and looks in the direction. Now your second shot hits for the guy who turns and looks. I'm so screwed.
This is why I love bringing her along.
Just murder. Like, hey everybody, I'm here to talk. Thunk, thunk, thunk. All the bad guys are dead.
8.
8. Now, this guy does not go down. Would you like to spend a common card to add a D4?
Yes.
We'll get rid of... We got a ton of these raised DCs by one. We'll get rid of one of those. Serving hands, thank you.
There we go.
At least as long as you have one.
We got the green shield
Yep.
emblem.
At least as long as...
Bikini worm.
At least one more point's all you needed. You pluck that guy and stick him to the wall. Now they all turn and look in that direction.
I'm gonna.
You get one go as well here.
One go?
Yep. Because they didn't
going-
see any of you guys.
I'm going to cast minor illusion over here
Okay.
and make a noise,
Ooh,
like
yes.
make it sound like there's like a reloading of like a crossbow or something.
What's my save?
Because this is illusion, the save is DC 15.
DC 15. Okay. All of the guys that turned and looked where she shot from turn and look at the other one. The guy behind the sarcophagus is like, yo, fucking idiots! She's over there! And points. They roll with advantage and still fail.
Amazing.
So that takes us into initiative. I will pull up our initiative tracker and I will add us all in. Boop, boop. And you can just type your initiative in. There's no reason to roll it through the character sheet since we're using real dice. I did get notice today that all of the Beetle and Grimm dice are back in stock, so I think that stuff's getting shipped out.
Okay, good.
We're all getting a set of dice from Beetle and Grimm to run this, along with a box set.
My first natural 20 of the night.
Oh.
Why? Why do I make bad guys? Why do I even do it?
Okay, there's mine. 18.
Okay, well, this guy has a 15, and then I gotta roll for the group. Oh, you ponce. Come on. I got a 19. I only get to go before one of you. We'll reorganize these here. Kelly, Adriel is first. They all turn and look towards the illusion you cast in that corner. She's over there, and the other one's yelling at them. And he starts yelling in Draconic. So, Tharkesis, you can understand him. Yeah. He's like, no, over here. And he's pointing the other side. And when he says that, his robes slide back a little bit. He's human. He's kind of pudgy looking. He is not as disheveled, but he is covered in like jewelry and necklaces. I'll blow this picture up so you can see this. He's literally got the hand pulled, like holding one. He's taking the rings off of a hand and putting them on himself.
Oh, you look slimy and gross.
Oh, he is
Yelling all of
the
that.
Amazing.
biggest of douchebags.
All right. I am going to cast. I'm gonna do Eldritch Blast because I want them to focus on me.
Okay.
So I step out.
Okay. No more hiding.
No, well, let me see if I can actually. No, I'd have to jump over that. Okay. So
Athletics.
yeah,
If you want to run and jump it while you're going, you can. I'm down for it.
just because I don't want to be throwing out too much magic, but
Why?
why not throw out magic?
Why?
So,
Why? Eldritch Blast is infinite.
That's right. So I'm going to step out
Blast
here.
away.
Like, here we go. I'm going to step out here.
Mhm.
And like just kind of have the flames backlighting me.
Okay.
And I'm going to point at... I'll go for this guy first.
Okay.
And just kind of like snap my fingers, and then red energy forms around my arm as I point it towards him.
Cool. Give me a roll to hit. This guy's gonna get toasted. I can feel it already.
What's that?
If no one noticed, I put a knight in the background for Becklin, but
Woo!
they just said, fuck it, we'll bypass it all.
24 to hit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely hit him.
Okay. I'm actually going to spend one of my recovery die to use my family lineage power.
Which is what?
Increase my damage die by 1.
Okay. Okay.
Adriel doesn't mess around. She will not let anything stand in her way.
Yeah, fair.
Hell yeah. I don't have the thing to add anything to it yet, but I still got 13.
13's enough. As you blast a hole through which one?
This one right here.
As you blast a hole through this one, the other guy moves to push him out of the way, and they both get roll damage again.
Okay.
Good old minions, everybody. If you've not used the minions from MCDM, I highly recommend it.
That was 11.
He also gets incinerated as the flesh like you remember watching Blade where they light on fire and it looks like steel wool getting lit up? That's what happens when these two get lit up, and the bone is all that's left behind as they fall to the ground. This guy does not look happy. Would you like to use extra attack? But you has to be melee if you use the... Oh, no, sorry, it doesn't. It can't be a spell. It can be range attack or a melee attack if you want to use extra attack. I don't know if you can get within range or if you have like a throwing dagger or anything like that.
If I had known that, I would have moved up a little closer.
Sure, go ahead.
But
I don't care.
I would still have to... It was just an extra attack, so...
Yep.
No. So, because I would still have to make my way. So I'll just walk like the extra 15 feet up.
Okay.
Just to draw attention to myself.
All right, so you're just drawing attention. Okay.
Right, and I just kind of look and I'm like, wow, I was expecting more help. I was expecting a better quality of service in this town, but I suppose I was mistaken.
They're grave robbers. I mean, if they're from this town, this is a bunch of dirtbags in a town of less than 200 people.
Right. I'm just trying to get them to focus on me.
They are currently not noticing her.
Yes.
With that said, that goes to the one that's left. He is going to move to these two. And he takes dirt out of the coffin and like shovels it over top of the two of them, and you see their skeletons start to stand up as I do raise dead. I will bring skellies onto the field for those. The other two are down. They won't get to do anything. That will end my turn. That takes us to Valena. Valena, you see two skeletons standing up in the place of those two. What would you like to do?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Adriel has a very, like, appreciative look on her face. Like, oh, interesting.
Then I'm gonna shoot my arrow at the guy who resurrected the skeletons.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit. He still does not know that you're there.
That's not great. That's a 4 plus my 6. 6, 7, 9. No, 6. 10. No.
10 to hit. That is not good enough. There is the ability to...
Would you like to gain an extra attack?
Yeah, you could get an extra attack. The other thing you can do is we do have a +2 to attack roll to hit.
No, that's the only thing that's gonna make it. Give me the extra attack.
Wait, if
the
he
extra
didn't...
attack.
Hold on. If he didn't see her, does she get advantage?
That's why I was saying if you do the +2, you'll be able to hit him. Oh yeah, I don't know you're there yet. That is true. You
So
do
roll advantage,
get
roll
advantage
another-
too. I forgot about that.
Oh no, that's a 2.
So
Okay,
I will tell you, if you use the +2 to a roll card, you would hit that guy.
Then I'll use the +2.
All right. So give me your damage.
Okay. 5.
5. That
Is that
is
with your sneak?
That
Not
is
with sneak. Not with sneak. Not with sneak. Sorry, I keep forgetting. 7.
7 is good enough. Oh no, 7 to hit me? That's your total? Or
No,
7
7
damage.
damage.
You shoot him. He gets hit in the back, but it hits something and like sinks in. And he turns around with the shovel out, and the 2 skeletons behind him. His eyes are black and glowing in this like green flames. As you see his skin ripple, and it starts to like fall off, and a snout that's scaled starts to come out of this illusion that he has. So that would be your turn, unless you'd like to make an extra attack, which I would highly recommend.
Okay, extra attack, please.
All right, let's do extra attack from Kelly, who just played one. Kelly, why not? Why not stack
Why not?
the deck, Kelly? Why not stack the deck?
20!
Yes! Get him!
I'm not live.
I believe you. Don't move the camera. That's the worst, by the way. If you're in a live
I'm not.
stream.
I looked at the person that's not next to
If
me.
you were ever in a live stream with anyone and you're like, look, I got a 20, and you move your camera, I promise your producer or the person running the show is doing this inside their head. I'm looking at you, Allie.
Oh.
Give us that sweet crit damage.
Okay, so now in D&D it's a little bit different, right?
So
it's-
the way we do it, we're keeping it the same way as we have on all of our shows, where the first part of your damage is maxed. So whatever your dice are, max them all, and then roll the second set, just to make crits feel hefty. So
how
you
many
would
dice
get
do I
how
roll?
many sneak attack do you get? 2
I have one
or 1 die.
D6.
So you get 6
Okay.
from that. What's your bow damage? 6 as well.
Yes.
So that's
6 plus
12.
Dex, I think.
And what's your dex damage? What's your dex
my-
bonus?
My dex is a +4.
So you'd be looking at 12, 16 damage. Now
And then
roll that damage as well. So roll
So
2d6.
Okay. That's
I know Allie's not in chat.
9 total.
A 9. So
So
9 plus
16
the
and 9.
16 is 25.
25 points of damage.
As you pluck this guy in the face hard,
My dragon head.
hard, as he gets hit, it punches through his throat and then hits the skeleton behind. Can you please roll me crit damage again? Because it passes on for minions.
Oh! That's only a 3.
Is that plus the 16?
Plus
though?
the 16, though, so that's
So 16,
9.
17, 18, 19.
Yeah, so as you hit him in the throat, it passes through, hits the skeleton in the head, and plunks him, and both of these two go down. When that one in the front goes down, he explodes in a green gas as you see the skeleton behind him turn to stone as it's starting to fall.
Ooh.
And that will take us to the top of the list, I think, right?
Isn't it your turn?
What about this guy in the back here? Not to.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Right, I am doing something in the background. Don't you worry, you. As it goes to Adriel, the door behind you slams, and you see the castle on it fall,
Okay.
locking you all in. And you see the man behind who's holding the hand of a dead body. He's waving it like a wand and casting something, and that door shuts and locks.
Okay.
Yeah. That would take us to Adriel. Adriel, what do you want to do?
So
I keep wanting to yell
because this is-
Adrian like Rocky every time I read your character's name.
So for 5e, you can basically move and then cast or cast and then move or anything like that.
Correct. You can't
Okay.
move and cast in the middle of your movement.
Right. So I'm going to cast, and he's waving like a skeletal hand, like a wand.
It's like a fucking zombie arm. Like it's just a
Yeah,
dead arm
okay.
he's pulled off a corpse. But yeah, he's using it as an implement
Okay.
to cast.
I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. Which one are you shooting? I'll take his back
The
over.
one that's waving, the one that just locked us in.
Okay.
'cause I like the
So
fact
he's got cover. But yes, you can.
Okay, so that would be an 18 to hit.
That is enough to hit him.
Okay.
Now, you
So
can
then-
use those cards to add extra damage. So if you want to use a common, it's a D4. If you want to use a a purple epic. It's a D6, but I will say we did get Wild Magic Storm if you would like to use that.
I don't want that to ruin anything in here. We're already gonna have enough of a mess to explain.
Okay.
That was.
You could use it for a D10 damage.
I was gonna say I'll use a common to add
Sure.
an extra D4.
All right, we'll do the... I'll grab a basic one. And then if you want, there is a +2 damage card from Serving Hands as well. Because it's green, and you could use a green and a blue if you wanted, or a green and a purple.
What's the extra attack one?
Blue.
Is that blue? That's also blue? Okay, so I'm going to cast. I hit with Eldritch Blast. I do 12 points of force damage.
Still standing.
Okay, so then I'm going to move over there. I'm going to use an extra attack card.
Okay.
As I go, like, I put my hand on my longsword again, and I pull it out, and it's just got, like, a little thin red line going down the center.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing to hit.
We'll use Kyle's. So that gives you an extra to attack.
Okay.
And then if you'd like to, after you hit, if you want, you can do +2 extra damage to your roll as well, with just a card from Serving Hands.
Okay. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
God damn it.
This
Guy's not gonna get to do anything cool.
I mean, you've got
That's the wrong
skeletons.
one.
I got a skeleton.
You've got skeletons.
I got a skeleton.
13 points.
I'm still up, but god damn it.
Then I will use a +2
That was 13, you said?
damage. It was 13.
And then what was the first one?
So the first one was 12.
Yep, okay, I got it right. And then
This
you're
is
gonna
13.
do a +2.
Sure.
All right, well, then, we might as well. Another +2. He is weary and not looking great. He's bleeding all over the place. It is this greenish ichor that is pouring out of him, almost like an open wound, like pus from an infection. As you gut him and hit him in the stomach just kind of slides off the body, and you can see scales behind it.
Oh, shit. All right.
That would take us to the one skeleton.
The one Skelebro.
The one Skelebro. Where did you move to? I don't even see you on the map anymore.
Who, me?
Yeah, Kelly. Oh, you're
I'm
back
over here.
there. Oh, are you?
Yeah, 'cause
Are you just shooting him? You just shot this guy back here?
Oh, no, I was attacking this guy the entire time.
Oh, the sleeping guy.
Yeah, because I thought you said that he woke up with the wand.
No,
Oh.
the wand is the guy behind the sarcophagus. He's got the hand in the picture.
Oh.
I mean, you could easily have killed this dude sleeping on the first hit and then shot the other guy.
Yeah, so we'll do that instead. So I shot this guy for 12 points,
Sure.
and then I moved over here and just shanked this guy for, 15.
So the guy who's sleeping, who's like, oh, this nap is great. You're like, plink, dead. So then we'll go back to the other guy, and that means I took 15 and not the rest. That still sucks. I'm still standing.
My bad.
I'm going to have the skeleton make his perception. He does see you. I'm
Which
running to
one?
you. He cocks back one hand that is stone from that creature and swings at you. I'm going to spend some of my points that I have earned. I am going to up his damage. Let's see here. Does a 17 hit you? Diana.
This is to who, Eric? Me?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
He hits you for 12 points of damage. As his hand shatters, making impact with you, he cocks back his other claw and is getting ready to attack with the one hand that's left. That is the skeleton's go. They should not hit that hard normally. The other guy's sleeping. The other ones are dead. That takes us to Valina. Valina, you got one in front of you, and
Okay,
it's a
so
skeleton.
I can't use my bow in front of me because he's two in front of me, correct?
Correct. I mean, you
I'm
could
gonna
punch him with it, I guess, but that only does like a D4 damage.
No, I'm gonna use that card that gives me my dragon, my poison breath.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I forgot about that.
Do
So
it.
lineage 1 for Tharkesis. Let me find you. Acid breath. We'll use serving hands. So
Serving hands.
here's how that works. It's pretty simple. You're level 2. It does 2d6. Every level that you are is another d6 of damage for the breath. Up to a max of 5d6.
Okay.
And I have to make a reflex save.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, I rolled a 9.
8.
8 damage. As you hit him with the acid, it burns away some of the extra flesh that was left. Pristine skeleton in front of you. Did not put me down.
Okay.
Would you like to spend an extra die by spending, like, a common card to add a d4 to damage?
Yes.
All right, we'll use one of the old ones we have here. We'll use the +2 charisma one. There you go.
Okay.
Roll d4 and add it to it.
4.
You're 2 points shy of putting him down. As you like breathe out that last piece of it, you see it's enough to like erode the skull as he falls on top of the coffin.
Beautiful.
With that said, there's one left. He's holding an undead arm is a wand. I am going to wave it around as you see him swing hard, almost like a tennis racket, as the fingers fly off of the hand at Kelly's character. I am going to be using bone darts on you.
Okay.
I have to roll. I am using 3 bone darts. I'm pretty sure that one doesn't hit. Because 12 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
I got a 20 and a 13 is my highest.
I cast shield. My AC goes up to 22.
Nice.
As the bone appendages shatter off of it, and he sees the hand, he tosses to the ground. It's just toast now. And he's like, well, I see. And he's speaking in Draconic. So I don't think that you understand Draconic, do you, Kelly?
No, I just hear this man talking shit and
Yeah, he's
getting in my
talking
way.
shit. Out of the corner of his eye, he's like, he moves back on his turn, but he moves up the stairs. He's like, I see that this is not the time or place. As he moves up the balcony above, and he's like, you don't have it ready yet. As he starts yelling to the other person. I'm going to switch us to the other map as you see the bookshelf get sucked into the wall and this orange vortex starts to open with like sparks flying off and then it flashes and turns green. And with that, I will move us to our other map. Unfortunately, Diana will not be able to see this, but it is in the lower left-hand corner for you, Diana. But it is here for everybody else. So as this thing starts to swirl and move, he's standing there, and in front of it, you can now see a silhouette of a robed man. He's taller and hunched over, and he's like, well, then if you're gonna leave, go. And he says it in common. And that would take us to the top of the list. Adriel, what do you want to do?
Okay.
I'll bring the other 2 people over here.
Already doing it. So I'm gonna play a card to get a spell slot back.
Sure.
Okay.
You roll the D4 up in the corner. It's a common, right?
That one was it's a blue.
So you roll D6, you can get back up to what you roll on the die. That's how those work.
Okay.
But you only have first level, so it really won't matter, right?
Right.
So you're fine. You don't even have to roll. Later on, those levels
I
matter.
got 6.
Yeah, later on, those levels matter because
Whatever.
if you want to upcast and shit like that.
Okay, so I did that, and then where's the
I'm putting
looking
them on
on
the
the map.
screen for you right now.
Okay.
There you go. That's the gentleman who is making the portal, and then this is the other one.
He's trying to escape. Okay.
Yep. He's like, if you're gonna leave, then leave, is what the one says is making the portal. He's like, I'm staying.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to use Subtle Spell again. And then let me roll this. Okay. I'm going to put it in our Monday chat.
Oh no. Are you casting on this guy?
No, I'm casting on Velina.
Oh, you secrety people.
Hopefully that helps.
Does your other counterpart to the council know what you guys are here to do?
Yes, we would have told him.
Yeah, we would have told him.
He gave us a note too in our.
Perfect. That's all I wanted to know. That is very important for something later.
So that was that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not on the screen, so I guess.
No, I'll move you. You can drag your character sheet on, and it will just reproduce you.
All right. Cool. Do that.
Because the tokens are attached to you.
So I
I'll
was
drag
over
Diana's
here.
over too for you.
I can't really do much. So I guess I will. You know what? I will. There and then. That's not gonna. Well, if he's a spellcaster and he's concentrating, I don't know how much this will actually work, but
It looks like the stones themselves, that archway, are lit up. It looks like he's just activated it, is what I would say. You don't even need to really make an Arcana check.
Right.
You're knowledgeable enough on how this would work, is that it made it.
right. Okay. Then I guess I'm just gonna move up here for right now.
Okay.
So I cast a thing, I move up, and I look very frustrated.
Hey, things happen. Let me move Diana onto the map as well here. She was here.
Yeah.
Right there.
So I will do that. Where would the two of you? We're out of combat unless you're trying to stop him from going through the portal. Because the next up would be my minion guy. Like, he went, moved, they went, all the skeletons are dead. Then it would go to Valeno.
And you said there's a guy casting something to open up this portal?
Yeah,
So
it's already
this guy
opened
had-
and active. Yeah,
He
Here,
activated
I
it,
will-
and this guy's like, I'm getting out of here.
And you're like,
He's
I
like,
said, he's
fine,
staying.
go ahead.
I will make this big for you so you can see it. There you go. And I will move it to the
sorry.
background. That's all right. We can fix it later. And it goes to the map layer.
Let me see. What is a reach on a 50 feet?
Reach on what?
Short bow,
Yeah.
Oh, you're
I
talking
wanna
like the
say it was-
distance for it?
50 or 60,
Yeah.
right?
So I could hit this guy.
Well, you can always hit afterwards. You just take disadvantage if you are outside of your range. I believe that's how it is, if I remember correctly.
Range is 80, 320.
Oh, you're fine. Because basically the first range increment is at your normal bonus. The second range increment is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So that's just the basics of it. They do know you're there, so you don't get advantage anymore, and you will not get sneak attack. But you can spend cards to do extra damage. I will say, there is the assassination card. Assassination, as long as you hit him, you can play assassination. I have to make a save or I start dying. It's only a purple. It's not even that powerful, because I figured Game of Thrones, it wouldn't be legendary. It would definitely be difficult, but not impossible. So it's an epic card. So if you shoot him and you hit him, I make a save. If I fail, I fall to the ground, I start dying.
I'm just trying to think which one to hit. Which one's more?
One of them is making a portal, or made the portal, and he's like, well, I'm staying. He doesn't even seem to care that you all are here. He's just looking through, like he's got a book in his hand right now.
So he doesn't care, but the other guy, the original guy, does care.
Yeah,
correct?
he's bouncing. He's getting the hell out of here.
Just call him a nerd. Just be like, listen up, nerd.
I'm gonna kill. Yeah, I want to try and hit the nerd.
This one here is what you're aiming at. All right,
The portal guy.
give me a roll to hit. He does have some cover right now.
17.
I think even with light cover, I think that's going to be enough for him. I'm checking his AC. Yeah, he's got only a +2, so yep, that's enough to hit him. Unless you want to spend the assassination card.
I feel like we should save that.
Oh, there'll be more. Don't you worry, you. We've had 3 of them on the show already.
Okay,
Between everybody. This is the last one for now.
Just do
but
it. Because you know what, Diana? You take it out of Drew's hands tomorrow.
This is true.
That's what you get you for not being on our team.
Yo!
Marked that one for later. Someone clip that. Yes, you can clip on YouTube. All right, I'll have to make a save.
It's okay.
They don't. They're lying to you. They're just very good at it. I made my save. Give me your
Okay.
damage. I cannot believe I made that with a +2.
Oh, a 6.
6 damage. He takes the hit, angry when he's running by. I will say to, because I would go. No, it'd be Adrian. No, I'm next. I'm right. I go to here. On my way out, I'm gonna cast a spell on Velena again. Velena, I need you to make me a Constitution save.
Okay, Conn.
I'm gonna use 5 points.
16, 17, 19.
Moxie, you started it last week. Don't even start with that.
Moxie's talking shit in chat.
She's talking shit in
I
chat.
can't look at chat. There's so much going on. 19
You're fine.
point-
Don't worry.
I can see
19
it.
for me.
What did you say you got?
19.
19. That's good enough. You feel this energy start to crawl over your skin. As you start to brush it off, you can see some of like the dead skin cells on you starts to rot.
Oh, yeah.
As you brush it off, and I unfortunately don't get to hurt you with a negative energy spell, as he steps through the portal and disappears.
Oh.
The other one's still there. The portal is still going, and this man that is in the room continues to walk around and just like gather objects. He opens his cloak, slides it in, goes to the next area, absolutely ignoring you.
What?
Absolutely. He is dressed in blue robes. He is not dressed like the rest of these people, but portal's open.
Weird.
Yeah. We're out of combat unless you wish to attack this guy. He does not seem to care that you're there.
That's just bizarre to me.
It should be bizarre. You're 100% correct.
Can I
What
do
do two of you want to do?
Kelly, go ahead.
Can I roll insight to see like what his deal is?
Well, I already told you what it is. He doesn't seem to care that you're even there. I told you
Well,
what
I
his
mean,
deal is.
Yeah, I meant more like
You would have to get up next to him because this is raised about 15 foot. Because basically the coffin, the sarcophagus are slid underneath, and there'd be a placard put above if this was pre-cataclysm where they would store the bodies. There are heraldry marks all over the place, but they're like scuffed and destroyed. You're obviously underneath Thornwall Keep. And these people were looting a tomb.
and he's looting it right now.
He's picking stuff up off of the ground. He's picking things up off the bookshelf. And there's stuff getting sucked into the portal.
According to me, he's
Yes.
looting it, and stuff's getting sucked in the portal.
Yeah. He's looking at it, and he's like,
no.
oh, yeah. He's like, oh, this looks like it could be good. I'm
Yeah,
sure somebody
no,
would buy
I'm
this.
gonna-
And he puts it in his pocket.
Sleep.
That ooh, Kelly knows who that is. Adriel does not.
I mean, you could just talk to the guy before you pop
Yeah,
shots.
I am. So, like, I'm going to call his attention. Like, excuse me, sir. Are
he
you
looks
with
up.
these?
He looks up at you in the blue, and he's like recessed in his cloak pretty far, and you see just red eyes peering back. Then he blinks a couple times, and they turn normal. Oh, hello.
Are you with the thugs who are trying to loot this place?
No, God, no. They just paid me to get them in, and I said I'm already going there.
Do you know why they were here? As I'm doing this now, can I do like an insight to see if he's telling me the truth?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. That was a natural 20 for a
Yeah, he's
23.
being 1,000% honest.
Okay. Well, that's
He's got a big backpack on him, a purple scarf, and his eyes are like a little, like, I'd say amberish or gold. Like, he's got like a light brown eye. He is bulky, though. Like, he's probably, if he stood upright, he's probably close to like 7 foot. But he's like hunched over from the weight of stuff that he is carrying.
so then would you mind closing that portal?
Oh, I'm gonna leave that way, so no.
Okay. Could you at least prevent it from where okay, real quick before I start saying anything, is is the coffin we were looking for, is it over here?
Ispin's is the one that is here.
Here? Okay. Is anything flying off of that?
No, it's not moving. It can't move stone. It's usually moving like loose books, paperwork, jars, like light objects. Less than if we were in Pathfinder, light bulk items are getting pulled in.
Right. So then I'm like, well, fair enough if that's your exit. And like at this point, like Adriel's actually like a little
Do you
scared
need to leave too?
No. I know they paid you, apparently, but would you be willing to at least tell us what they were here for? I mean, it seems pretty obvious to me they were here to rob things.
Grave robbing, obviously.
Excellent.
Don't worry, I'm not robbing. I'm speaking to the dead before I take their stuff.
While this is happening, can I go to the sarcophagus that we
Yeah,
made
it is
and
a
try to open it?
huge stone lid. There's chip marks all around it. It has the green shield is like locked in place on the coffin. Like they basically like tightened it down to make sure people can't take it easy. But it's so that if they were to like stand it upright or put it somewhere that the shield wouldn't slide off. But this is a thick stone lid, like a 4-man job. Now, I'm not saying if you're really strong, couldn't do it. That's just how it looks. And you don't know what they're doing with the body. As far as I know, I don't think either one of you were told, other than maybe that's not true.
I was
You two might actually know.
Yeah. So, then if I might ask for a favor before you leave?
Oh, I'm going to be here for a few hours. There's a lot of dead in here.
All right. Would you...
See, he picks up a bone and he's like, this isn't even from a body in here.
I see.
And he puts it in his pocket.
If you're going to be in here for a while...
Yes.
Oh no. I say, you might actually want to speed that up a little bit. One of the Knights of Salamia may be arriving here within a half
the door's
hour.
locked. They'd have to come down through the front door here. And if they don't go through the front, they go through the side one, and I locked that before I came in. That portcullis will not open. It is rusted shut.
We are trapped here. Amazing.
Correct. I'm glad that sank in.
Velina, did you go over to the coffin here?
I am. I'm at the coffin.
So you're both going to be at the coffin, all right.
So as I walk over to talk to her, I say under my breath, like, and we're trapped here.
Yep. So same thing I told her. It is a fairly large coffin. I will zoom this in a little bit for you. I'll take us back to the map so that everyone can see who's watching. It's a big sarcophagi. I mean, it's a big, like, old school, things like the Crusades stone lid.
Right. How do you open something like that up?
There's crowbars laying all over. They look like they've been trying to open it.
So, Velina,
Yes.
if this gentleman is to be believed, he can talk to the dead. And, quite frankly, Becklin slammed the door in our face and said she's going to follow Green Shield's final wishes, but didn't bother to even tell us what they were. Maybe we could ask?
We could ask the dead what is... Yes, we need that information. But then we're going to have to give him something.
So are you telling this man to come down?
Well, I'm going to, so we're talking, and then I kind of nod at her, and then I'm going to go, again, kind of be the distraction / talking person. Sure. So I'm going to walk up a little bit and be like, so actually, if you can speak to the dead.
Oh, yes, I totally can. I mean, for a cost, of course. You could speak to the dead for a cost if you wanted. When he gets up to you, I will show this to the audience. We built this guy on Friday. It's the merchant. It's a running joke between all of our shows, but you can't see the bottom. It does say, "What are you buying?" What are you buying? Exactly. Thank you. So he walks up and he's like, I can give you a potion. You can speak to the dead yourself. I could kill you and bring you back as undead. I don't think the god of travel would like that, but I could do it for you.
Prefer being alive. Thank you, though.
Frankhouse, while they're talking, I'm going to undo my bow, stash it back
Sure.
in. But I'm going to
Switch
I'll
weapons.
use sleight of hand and switch a weapon.
What are you putting on?
Let's do a rapier.
Okay. So you got a long, pointy object on your hand.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure. So he's like, I could do pretty much anything that you would need. I can help you speak to him if you wish to ask the questions for a cost. I could do it and give you the answers to the questions. I do sell a lot. As he opens his robe up, a second flap folds down and rolls onto the ground like a scroll 6 foot out. And it's just lined in items with prices.
Oh my god.
So this may seem a little, maybe not, I don't want to say unexpected, but considering Adriel's family and how everyone is a mage of some sort and wearing some sort of robe, I think at this point Adriel would be like, well, let's talk prices and start figuring out like what they would need to pay in order to be able to talk to
If you want to buy a
Green Shield.
potion, speak with Dead, you could just buy one from him. He does have one on him, or he could do it for you and relay the information for half the price because he's getting something out of it.
Right, and I'm asking about prices though.
Oh!
Like, I'm legitimately asking about prices.
I see. I believe speak with Dead for him. Let me pull his. I have 100 items on his list. Hold on here. Speak with Dead is a 3rd level spell. Let's see here. Spell services. His list for spell services. It is 90 gold to speak with Dead. Half price if he does it for you.
There's no way either of us can afford that, as far as I know.
Well, I mean, if you were willing to trade, I would take I'd take the shield that's here. If he's okay with it.
And that's kind of his namesake. I don't
Sure,
necessarily know.
sure, dude. If they go to bury this guy and put him out to sea and he doesn't have that, this whole city is gonna get turned. Like, she is gonna knock on every door
Right.
and ask everyone questions. But
Right.
well, if you don't have that to offer, I could. What about that bow on your back? I've never seen someone have a bow that locks in their hand. That's got to be specially crafted and worth money. Is he like he's moving? He's dragging his robe with him. He's leaving it open. He slides his hand back out, but the robe stays open. And he like reaches over it so it's out the side. And he walks over and he starts touching the bow on your back.
Okay. That
I would
that's-
trade
that's
this.
once.
I'd give you a potion for this.
I look at Adrian. I'm like,
I
"You
do
owe
take
me.
other things though.
What do you want?
Well, I mean, I do deal with the black robes here in Corinne quite often. I would take a hand, an eye, I would take fingers. They like all of those things. That man just bought that wand off me that he used.
Yeah, that wand didn't seem very effective. Not to say that your goods are.
Well, excuse me, I did not take that from this crypt. It is from another one. But for...
That's why, like, as soon as I was like, I mean, not to say that your goods are questionable. I'm just saying maybe he had a hard
Now,
time using
I
it.
will say you do have a fairly wealthy retainer outside.
Oh. But we're trapped inside.
I'm gonna
But
owe her
there
so
is a card called Retainer. If you would like to get her to the door and see if she can open it.
Yes. Where might I have to?
I will summon my retainer.
So you call him Retainer,
I'm
you go to
already
the
ending
door.
up in hock.
She knocks once, you knock back. She's like, the door's locked. Can you open the door from your side?
Is this the one with that's castled?
Oh, yes, it's castled. It's the door to the big wooden door.
Okay.
By the way, Becklin went down the hill towards the main town. I think we have extra time. How's it going in there?
Well, we stopped some grave robbers,
Oh.
and I'm currently in negotiation with a merchant who may be able to have us speak with dead.
Oh, you could speak to Ispen.
Yes, but his prices, while reasonable, are a bit rich for my blood.
How much? And you know that tone of like you've asked for money in the past.
I've always paid her back. Though,
Yeah, okay.
and in one way or another.
Yeah, sure, right. How much?
45 gold if he does it himself, 90 if he gives us the potion.
That's highway robbery. Well, the 45's not. Do we want him knowing the information?
I feel like he could just ask and find it anyway.
Wait a minute. What about the chest that the governor gave you? Just use that money. That's what she says out loud. I don't know if you told Diana about that, but that's what she says through the door. Diana's not near you, so I mean, she is kind of yelling like through the crack in the door. You can like see her eye.
I feel like I wouldn't have heard that.
It's up to you if you're close enough. Yes.
I feel.
Why don't you
I
pay
feel
out
like,
of that? It's the same thing.
Right.
We're doing what we're told to do.
Right. So I wouldn't have told.
There's no reason for her character to know.
No. I wouldn't have told Estide's character just because he left before us.
Right.
I think I would have told Elena just to kind of call, like, slow her roll for the attacking,
for
like
the murder,
just going all in. Right.
For the blood murder.
I was given a stipend to try and negotiate. Let's see what we can do. And then the door got slammed in my face. So she knows there's some money.
She slides a cable through to you, like under the door.
Okay.
And she says, wedge it up through the door and wrap it around the piece. It's a saw. I'll just cut the castle open.
What?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's like, you ever seen the little wire saws?
Yeah, Adriel's seen this before.
Yes.
It's just like, all right.
She hooks it around it, and you hear a rev of something outside, and like a crank, and she's like cranking you. Sure enough, you see that little wired saw blade slowly cutting through the castle. I'll keep doing this. I think you should use the money they have. I mean, I have it too, but it makes more sense to spend the governor's money.
So I will go back to, while she's doing that, in case he decides to change his mind or whatever,
Sure.
I will say, well, I don't have 50 gold necessarily the pieces, but I do have a gem that's worth 50 gold, if that would be acceptable to you.
Ooh. I mean, I don't have a problem with gems. Can I see it?
Sure.
He takes
And
it.
I go and I
looks at it, and his eye flickers red again. He's like, yes, trade. This is worth more than 50. I'm an honest business person.
Then do we get something else?
I mean, this is worth like 70, really, if I sell it to the right person in Corinne. If you want to pay the difference, I could just give you a potion to speak with dead. You could give me a persuasion if you want to try to talk this guy into it. I will tell you it is a disadvantage.
No. Well,
he's a negotiator.
This is what I was thinking. And I guess I'm also a negotiator to a point.
Yeah, yes.
So I'm like, instead of, I appreciate your honesty.
It's the only way to do business.
For that extra 15 to 20 gold that you could get selling it,
A finger,
would you
a
be
hand, an
willing
eye.
to give us information about the people who hired you, the man who just left?
Oh, I mean, they didn't really. I was called on services, and then I did what I was told to do.
Any information that you could give us, because one of them seemed to have reptilian skin, and that is not usual.
Okay, give me. I will say yes. If you want to roll, you can. It's still a disadvantage.
Okay.
You could use the +2 charisma skill card, which give you a +2 to your roll.
Yeah, let's do that. Just because of the disadvantage part.
That's Viking mermaids.
It's Kylie.
Yup.
So a 15 and an 18.
They're a flesh-crafted creature. I don't know how they're made, but they're known as draconians. I do have a pamphlet on them, I think. No. I have an image. I have a picture. I have a painting if you'd like to see what a draconian looks like.
Sure.
All right, so he starts digging through his belongings. He hands you the potion Speak with Dead. So the spell Speak with Dead in 5e allows you to... You'll be able to talk to him. You only get a limited amount of time when you're using Speak with Dead. So once you drink it, it tastes like corpse water.
Ew.
It smells like corpse water.
Ooh.
You can talk to anything within 10 foot. You're granted the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. This coffin is currently closed. How are you opening it to be able to do this?
So, there's a ton of crowbars.
There are.
I'm going to
They give you advantage.
go over to Lena. So, how cut do you look, ma'am?
How strong is Elena?
Like on a scale of like 10 to 18.
14.
Okay, so we both go to the same gym. All right.
Yeah, the same gym of push-ups in the street.
Right. So I'm going to give you my crowbar, and it looks
Okay.
completely the same as all the other crowbars. As I do it, I'm casting a spell. Please roll a 1d4 on your check to prop the lid open.
Okay, so
That
it's
is a
1d20
picture of a
plus
draconian for you.
Strength and then a d4.
Okay. Yeah, because you'd get advantage with the crowbar. Well, I don't know for sure, but
Yeah, you get advantage with crowbar. Yep, that's how it
yeah.
works.
So
100%.
roll the d20.
Roll 2d20, add your strength,
2d20s.
and it's actually athletics, not strength. So it's athletics if you have it.
Athletics. That's the same number. Okay, so it's roll this 14. You said at advantage?
You get advantage.
Advantage, and also roll a d4 and add it.
That works too. Actually, this one worked better.
What's a D4 from?
19, 20.
I cast a spell on her.
Oh,
cantrip.
you can make people stronger?
24!
What does the spell look like? Is it visual, or is yours totally silent casting again?
No, because I used those tricks up for the day.
Okay.
It's just a little bit of encouragement, and as I touch her, I'm like, I think you can do this if you just cram it underneath there. And it's a little red flash that goes from her shoulder into the crowbar.
Okay.
I'll take the rapier off, and I rolled a 24, and I'll grab the crowbar, and I'll start going in.
Okay. As you dig in, what did you get on your roll?
24.
A 24. So you needed a 20 to get it open. That's more than enough. As you lift the lid up, the merchant goes, huh, and he comes over and helps slide it off and immediately starts looking through.
Wait, I need something from in here too, so we need to share it.
We both do. So as the lid slides, I'm going to move it for you. And inside of it, let me grab... It slides off, and there's no body in it.
What you taking?
It is full of gems and gold.
Son of a...
Okay, I don't...
There's no body.
What?
Yep.
Excuse me, do you know what have you been in here long enough to know what happened to this body?
No.
Or the robbers,
I've been
did they
here
do
for maybe
something?
an hour.
Well, no wonder they were trying to break into it if this is in here.
Isn't this supposed to be Ispin Green Shields? But I heard there's supposed to be a funeral.
Yes, that's... Yes.
I came to sell my wares to all the people. People always buy things at carnivals and funerals.
Well, now what?
There is probably a lifetime worth adventuring in here. Money, journals, all neatly stacked, set in
Journals?
and there's There's like dividers, kind of like like a container if you were to split it up. But there's like wooden dividers that have been cut and put in. There's gold. There's money underneath it. There's like pieces of armor. There's daggers. It is just full, and this is deep. It's 3 foot deep.
You said journals?
Yeah, there's books, journals, everything. And there's a lot of journals in here. There's small, green, blue, red. They go like little old school leather journals for like traveling. You put it in your pocket. There's probably 200 of them in here. Maybe
Jesus.
more.
So, here's the thing. And I kind of just turned to Felina. We don't have a body to talk to. Fantastic. This is not what I was expecting. Yelena said that Becklin has gone further into town, so we might have some time, but this is over 200 journals, and I don't want her to come back here after we go get assistance for the grave robbers, watching us pour over his journals.
No, I know, but we need some information from these journals if they're his.
So I have a date range that might help narrow down my search. I don't know if it helped narrow down your search, or we could talk to Becklin again and then get proper permission. As like we defended his grave from being robbed, and we haven't even taken anything out of here.
He's like,
Please
before
hear
you
us
do
out.
that, let me know so I can leave through the portal.
Well, yes, of course.
I don't want to have to kill her.
I would appreciate you not killing her at this time. The governor would be very mad.
Oh,
at me,
your
I believe.
friend, and you hear thump thump. Got it! And she starts to push the door open, and you hear and you hear a noise as she busts the magic barrier. All right, I cut that, but they had a spell on here as well. And she wanders into the room with you all. She gets up to the sarcophagus full of money, and she goes, "Whoa, that's like my birthday money. That's a good chunk of money."
Right, and you'll notice that there's not a corpse of Ibsen Greenshield in there.
Are we taking this?
Um,
I have a bag of holding.
No, we're not. Like, I'm looking at her because she's lawful good, and I'm looking at her like,
Well, this is not safe here.
it's
If I
still-
can get in here and you can get in here and criminals can come through, what the fuck is that? As she points to the portal swirling in the background.
this
Oh,
is.
would you like to buy anything? She's like, no, who is this?
He was the person that the grave robbers had hired to bring in here.
They tagged along. They were supposed to help carry objects back with me. They will not be getting paid.
Okay, then the other way around. He
Correct.
hired them.
Oh, no.
Regardless.
No, I didn't hire them.
Is this an agreement? Is this
Yep,
an agreement?
Just agreement.
It was a gentleman's agreement. And,
Merchant's agreement, but sure.
merchant's agreement. The people that were in here happened to be grave robbers. They were trying to break into, Sir Greenshield's grave. Or tombstone.
Okay.
I can now see why.
Well, he's like, I did not know that was in here. I thought there
Well,
was a
neither
dead
did
body
I.
in it.
I also thought there was a dead body, which is why I
we
paid for the
hold it.
potion.
Well,
we
you have
opened
a-
it, and
you ha-
it's
there's
all
no
his money.
returns, by the way, but you at least have a wonderful corpse-speaking potion.
Oh no, absolutely, definitely worth the purchase.
Well, I can't take anything out of this because I can't speak with dead.
Right.
There's no one here to speak to, so I will not be using anything out of this. Yelena's like, well, all that's great. Why don't you just leave instead of being here robbing this place before Becklin gets here? He's like, say no more. I will leave. And he walks by and he like picks up a skull and talks to it and like puts a jawbone to it. And he throws it aside and he walks over to another coffin in the back wall and scoops some stuff out of it and puts it in his bag. When he flicks his arm, the big piece that rolled out rolls back up into the cape, and he closes. He's like, I'm sure I'll see you during the festival. And he turns and he walks out the portal.
I start looking through journals while we wait.
There's a lot of them. It would take you hours to go through all these to find what you want. If you both want to stay here that long and look through this for hours, you can. I'm just warning you that you may get caught.
No. So
Okay, so then we must do the right thing and tell Beckham.
right. Should I go talk to her, or do you want to? I mean, she doesn't like me. She slammed the door in my face. I don't know exactly how she felt about
She's
you.
like, you take the door slamming way too personally. You know, she's like, I think she was just telling us no in a very forceful way.
I will go attempt to talk to her if the two of you can stay here and guard the place from
I
other...
think that's best. Yes.
Okay.
Velina, you're okay, right? Like,
I'm totally fine. Little tapped,
No,
but yeah, I'm fine.
Velina. I said
Velina.
Like, I
names
go
are the
closer
same.
to you. I go closer to her, and I kind of lower my voice. I'm like, "You're okay, right? It worked, right?"
Yes. I just.
Okay.
Does your
minor, but-
retainer know? I would say probably not.
No.
Yes, minor, but yes.
Okay.
So, should I go get Becklin since I don't have any grief with her?
Oh.
No, I will go because then I can try and turn this into a show of good faith that I didn't take her door slamming personally.
If you run down the hill, you should be able to catch her.
All right. I guess I'm gonna run my
So,
aspiring red.
when
red
you run
romance
outside,
down the hill.
there are storm clouds over top of Olga as rain starts to pour down in the area. People start taking shelter, and you notice that like it's hitting objects and sizzling organic matter.
Oh, like acid rain.
I need a athletics check for you to be able to go from cover to cover safely, and it is going to be important.
Can I do?
Or
This
if
is
you have
stretching
a
it.
way to cover yourself entirely, as long as it's not organic, you're fine.
I was gonna say, well, no, I'll just try and do athletics. I guess I was gonna ask about acrobatics, but that's
Oh, you can do
probably
acrobatics. I'm fine with that too. No, I don't have a problem
Okay.
with that at all.
yeah, just more like nimbly trying to dodge.
Yeah, absolutely.
This rain. 16 on the die, so 21.
Totally fine. As you're
Okay.
running through, you see other people taking cover, and you do see people putting fish outside and cleaning them with acid rain and pulling them back in, like descaling them. It's not enough to like burn you up heavily, but it's enough to like eat some organic matter. Because people are waving like this is normal here.
Okay.
As they wave as you walk by and they pull them in and they wipe the scales off with a leather glove on. And you meet Becklin. Becklin is stuck hiding under the awning of one of the buildings. She didn't get that far. And you pull up next to her. So I will move Vulgar. She made it like you were here
Right.
and you ran down the hill and she's stuck under this tree.
Okay.
Okay? With that said, I don't think know what she looks like. You've never met her other than the door.
Then the
let
door
me-
slamming.
Yeah, let
Correct.
me pull up her for you. Becklin. Boop. I will show to players. There you go. And there you go. Should be able to see her bio and info longer. Oh, she does have. She had her hair pulled up. That's right. It's pulled up.
Okay.
She's in full armor, blue on it. She is a knight of the crown. Very friendly. She sees you and she runs over. When you run over next to her, and she goes, "I will never like this rain, ever. This is the worst.
Very unusual.
Not since the cataclysm, it isn't."
Well, there's actually a reason I came to find you.
Well, we're stuck here.
I know. So, we were walking past was it a mausoleum or just a church?
It is a mausoleum into the tower. Like, not tower,
Okay.
sorry, into the keep, into Thornwall Keep.
We were leaving the keep and we walked past the mausoleum and we ran into some grave robbers.
Okay.
We took care of most of them, but Green Shield's tomb is opened, and we saw what is inside.
What do you mean Green Shield's tomb is open?
They were breaking into his tomb. They were trying to break. They were trying to break into his tomb, his tombstone.
How do you know this?
Because we caught them in the act.
Did you also go in?
Yes, because we were trying to stop them.
There's a full body picture of it. I'm not happy about you being in there.
We stopped most of them. One of them is alive, sleeping outside. And the other ones refused to surrender. And one of them, his skin started peeling away, revealing scales underneath.
What do you mean scales?
Scales.
Like a lizard?
Yes.
A fish?
More reptilian, like a draconian?
Ooh. Let's see if Becklin knows. I'm not familiar with what a draconian is. Ispin did speak about reptilian-like humanoids in his travels, but we always took it as a tall tale.
One of the grave robbers, when he passed, he exploded into some sort of mist or fog or something, and one of the skeletons that they raised started turning to stone, and then used the stone to try and beat on my companion.
Okay.
They're currently at the mausoleum guarding the treasure. I thought it'd be best to come and get you.
Give me a persuasion. I'll give you advantage, because you were honest through the whole thing. You really didn't lie about anything. You were... It was truthful. Surprisingly.
Surprisingly?
Is that...
Because if I broke into a
that's a 21.
rob a grave, I wouldn't have told somebody about it.
As 21.
Look, I know we started off on the wrong foot. Ispin and I were very close. He is like family. And I have been told by him in his parting words that nobody was to disturb his body until the people he invited were here.
There's no body. That's...
Right. So we are to burn him at sea. That's what he desired. All of his belongings were shipped in an old Salamnik, like a sarcophagus, very old, made of stone. He paid to have it shipped here, and we hid it in the fort for now because there's already other ones there. I assume that's what you found.
Yes.
So what can I tell you? If you know who those people are, I can send Cudgel and some of her mercenaries out to look for them in the area if you know where they went.
They used magic to escape, and I'm not that powerful.
Well then, somebody.
But we have one who can talk.
You have a survivor.
Well, because I mentioned that as I was talking to her, but she was probably like, "What the fuck? You guys broke into a thing." But yeah, the guy that I put to sleep and then we handcuffed and then kneed him in the face and then put the blanket over him.
Well then, let's go speak to this criminal, shall we? And she pulls her cough up over her head, holds her shield over, and starts making her way through the acid rain.
I'm doing that as well because I have a metal shield.
There you go. So as she's making her way through with you like umbrellas, as you get to the opening back into the Thorn Keep and you have the body, she pulls the cloth off her and goes, "I don't recognize this person at all. This is not a townsfolk." And sees his busted nose and his face and beard are just covered in blood. She grabs him and drags him into the tomb with the rest of you. She goes, "Before we discuss too much with this person, let me swap our manacles so you can have yours back." And she grabs hers out, waits for you to unlock, and she just
Yes.
ties him up with a chain and locks it. And she
Fair.
sets him in the corner next to one of the torches, next to the dead body of his friend.
Okay.
When you look around, the merchant is gone. The portal is gone. He vanished. As soon as you walked out the door, he looked to the other two and was like, well, I'll be going. And he exit stage left because he's not going to be here and get yelled at for this.
Correct.
She would wake the guy up with smelling salts. He'd be at 1 hit point and pretty banged up. And your friend would lean down and go, sorry about the nose. We just needed you to stay asleep longer. And that's the best way to put someone to sleep. Becklin looks at her and looks back like, no, it's not like look. And goes, tell us what you were doing here. If you don't, I will leave this room and let them take care of you. If you help me, I will simply put you in jail. He looks at the 3 murderers, well, 2 murderers. The other one only busted his face in. Sees all of the dead bodies and skeletons. And I will point out the one that turned into the Draconian, his body is just a pile of rubble.
Huh.
After a while, it just falls apart.
I point that out to Becklin. Like, that was the guy with the scales and turned into something, and, well, now it's a pile of rubble. Fantastic.
Says, well, I was hired by a group outside of town. We were sent here through a portal. I did not know the other robbers. I've dug a few graves in my life, you know, to make ends meet.
I start to put my dragon claw back on, and I kind of look very menacing, and I move towards him.
Give me an intimidation roll. I will say, if you were going to use that, there is, I think there's +2 to a charisma roll left if you would like to use it.
I think I might be okay. I rolled a 17 plus my 2, 19.
Okay, that's pretty good. He looks at you, looks back at Becklin, and goes, look, we're stationed outside. There's a group of us. We work for the mercenary troop that's supposed to be coming in to help with the cudgel and the reenactment of the fight. You know, the thing that's going on in like a couple days. They're part of that. I'm not. I'm just I was just looking for things to survive, like bread and root vegetables and things like that. And she's just shaking her head at him. She's like, right, mushrooms, corpse mushrooms, real smart decision. Says, but I don't work with them. I knew how to get here. I knew where it was. They asked me to open the front door and to drag that crate in. She points at it. He points it outside. She pulls the thing off, and that is Ispin's crate. Outside. And she goes, you were pulling Ispin's crate back in here. Yeah, I don't know who Ispin is. Is that an important person? I don't live here. She leans in closer and she goes, we'll talk more in jail. Stand up. Is she gonna kill me? And he points to the person with the dragon clawed hand. She's like, not today, but maybe another day. And she picks him up by his arms. And she's strong. This woman is like late 60s, early 70s. And she hoists this guy up off the ground like it doesn't matter. By the chains and takes him outside. She says, I'm going to ask you all to wait here for a little while. I'm going to put him in jail. And I will be back and we will figure this out. This doesn't leave this room. And she looks to the guy that she's carrying. And that means you. If you tell anyone in this jail cell, I will make sure your head goes on the chopping block. Yeah, no. Hey, look, a couple nights in jail, food. She's like, yep, food. That's correct. If you don't do this, I will feed you to the fishes. No, we're good. We're good. I didn't know it was your friend. I'm so sorry. I won't do it again. And she drags him through the city streets, through the acid rain.
Oh.
And doesn't cover him.
Ow. Oh, no.
With that said, she leaves you 3 alone at the tomb.
Do you think she's single?
Are you asking me that on purpose?
I'm asking Elena and Thelena.
She goes, let me get this straight. You're interested in a Knight of the Crown.
She's a silver fox. And
Oh,
after
sweet
that,
God. She does
after
have
that
she does have a
display-
charisma of 15.
after that display, I mean, maybe I was a little harsh with the door being slammed in my face. I'm just saying.
That's why
May
you
December
wanted to
romance.
go back. You wanted to go back to see her again. I'm all for this, you know, because no one ever loves me. Because look at my face. But look, I think you should go. For
I
the
hit on
silver
you
fox.
once, and you said I was being insincere.
But you're my friend too. We have to work together. That's kind of weird if we sleep with
yeah.
each other and then we have to work together. You know, I
Yeah.
just don't know. Maybe one day we sleep with each other, but not right now.
Yeah, that's ended up poorly before.
Yelena
yeah.
walks
Good
outside as
point.
this conversation's going on. She walks outside. She's seen this happen so many times. She walks over. She grabs the Ispin's crate, and she pries a couple nails out to lift the end before Becklin gets back.
Do
She
we
looks
hear
inside.
this?
She's pretty quiet about it, actually. She pulls it up and she pushes it back shut and hammers down the few nails she pulls out. She goes, "It's Ispin. Look, I just wanted to make sure that that is Ispin, because what if they swapped it? What if they did
Right.
something? And I know Becklin wouldn't look, and I would never ask her to. But it is Ispin.
All right. Well,
What are we doing
Let's-
here?
I'm hoping that this will buy both of us, and I point to Velina too, like, buy us a little bit more grace and leeway in what we're here for.
All right, well, let's wait for Becklin, I guess. And I'm assuming you wait inside and guard the place like she asked. You shut the doors.
Yep.
There's a jump cut. About an hour later, she comes back, leaves you in there.
Well, I can't. All right.
She
I'll have
bring-
to.
If you do it off camera, we can talk afterwards. She brings you back.
Yeah.
She's got a bag with her. It looks really like a canvas wrapped and tied. And she comes in and she's got like streak marks on her from the acid rain, like pulling old skin off.
Ooh.
She's got like streaks. You can't tell if they were like tears before or if it's from the rain when she comes in. She sets down the bag in the middle of the floor and she says, "This is the stuff he's stolen from other places. I asked him if they're from any of our current graveyards and he said no. Whatever's in here is yours for helping. You asked me if you could have access to something at the door. The reason I said no is Ispin said that nobody is to get anything out of his hold until after the funeral. And there are a list of names, and you two are not on there. While the governor is, and the marshal for Kalaman are on there, you two are not. Now, I will remind Velena, you do have a piece of paper that technically says you're supposed to be at the funeral.
Can I then on that note, when she says that, I will pull it out and show it to her.
She grabs it and she's like, "These are the one she sent, right?" And she unfolds it. She folds it back up and goes, "I didn't know you lost your hand."
Yep.
Your name is not on that paper. I would like to be very clear.
It was sent to me.
Well, no, I'm telling you as a GM. She thinks you're that person.
Oh.
She thinks you're that person. Says, "Well, I'm glad to see you're here." With that said, while I can't read the will of Ispin to everybody, what I can say is that he left this behind for what he is claiming will be needed for the upcoming months and years. Apparently, he believed in tall tales, and he said war was coming. While I trust Ispin's judgment, and he has always been right, sometimes large right, sometimes small right, his stories always carry a resemblance of truth. So I would be willing to help you with what you said you needed. I have cataloged everything that is in that box. What exactly are you two looking for? And with that, I will cut. so nobody from the other shows knows what those pieces are. I'll let you all say what you got going on this week, but I have a final statement for everything afterwards. I thought for sure I was going to have to do the no headphones at least once for you two tonight, but it didn't happen. I was expecting it. It didn't happen. I was all ready. So, Kelly, you got any other shows that you're going to be on here coming up? I don't know if you're doing any guest spots anywhere.
No, not right now,
No?
which is good because audit season is coming up for my job, so we got to prep for that. I mean, it's just a regulatory thing, but it's a lot of prep, so.
So, Diana, what do you got going on? I know there's some big stuff going on.
So Friday night, they changed their name. I think it's Femme Gamer Party.
Correct.
Which
LFG.
was originally, Ladies of D&D.
Yeah, LD&D before, and now it's
Yes.
FGP.
Yes, FGP.
Yeah.
Yes. Ladies of Lay comes back, so I get to bring back
I've seen all the ads.
keyboardist, Roxy Foxy. So I'm excited about that. Mallorie's in chat; she's in that too.
Can you play a keyboard?
Maybe the most basic songs,
Oh,
like
okay.
Hot Cross Buns, but
Yeah.
sure.
I expect a keyboard, a keytar.
No, I do not have a keytar with me, but
Yet.
yet. So that's that, and I think that is all for me.
Nothing for Dat right now. All right.
No, not yet.
Well, wave goodbye for a prelude that sets us up for our two new shows. We're gonna have a Monday show at 8, a Tuesday show at 7:30. There's gonna be cross politics and backstabbery, knowing these two groups. The paranoia is already set in for the two that were on last Tuesday. I really expected murder to happen. So I have one scene that we need to do for Velena. After you've talked to them and set everything up, I am going to transfer us over to a one-player scene here.
A one.
Yup. Say bye, Kelly.
Goodbye.
So, that's up to you if you want to stealth and eavesdrop. So, with that said, in an alley during the acid rains, the lightning kicks in at night. After you've talked to Becklin and got what you were here to do. As the lightning strikes, there's a silhouette in an alley of someone. And you know this person, obviously greeting one another. With this person is one other, taller, slender gentleman, and I would have to say I would like the other voice to have a conversation with these two since you know each other, and probably share any information between you and Ernest's character in the alley about how things went. You got what you needed from Becklin. And do you share this with the other council member who's sitting to your right? In the alley.
Wait, I'm confused as to what.
Yes, him.
person-
Yes, he's there
this
already. They're a
person
day early.
needs.
No, well, you guys are all sharing information between the three of you, correct?
Yes, but I'm confused as to what.
What did
information
you?
supposed to be
What
given
were
him.
you sent to get?
But I don't have it.
Oh, she gave you everything.
She gave it to us.
She gave you everything. She can't hear. No one can hear you, Kelly. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't realize she gave
everything you need.
Great. So I would look at the person in shadows. Okay, I have it. And
Ace did.
and then I pass it to him.
You got everything, eh?
Yes, she gave us everything for finding out what happened.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, that's good times for you. Did you all have any troubles getting here? We had a journey, let me tell you what. I'll tell it over you to some ale for certain.
Okay, I do these things, and I hope that in return that you would do something for me too.
Well, of course. What you want me to do now?
Keep my name clear so no one knows.
So
Boy.
what name was on the document? What's the fake name you are now going under the entire time you're here?
Oh.
I don't care
gotta
what
make
it
one
is.
up.
Whatever you want it to be.
Da.
Da.
No.
Da? Da's a horrible
No,
name.
no. Oh my god.
Da is me.
You know what? I'm gonna base it off of the original character this voiced and this person came
Sure.
from.
Oh, yeah. Sure, go ahead. Who is it?
First name, so Savine.
Savine.
Savene.
And what's the last name? Savine.
Oh fuck! I hate last names. I don't have a last name.
What's Savine
What
no last
what
name?
race were they?
Um.
The human?
She-
Elf?
Yeah, she was human.
Okay. So Savine, we'll say Tuskless. Because there is a family named Tuskless in Calaman. So that name originally, so you know, was arrested as a prisoner for killing 2 people in Calaman. That information has never been released. The marshal has kept that quiet so that you could use this invite to come here and gather the data that is wanted by Calaman, the capital. So you are sent here on behalf of the marshal to do so. You've gotten what you need. But during this upcoming episode, where it is the full cast, be careful which name you use. Because there may be someone who actually knows that person.
Okay.
With that, wave goodbye, Diana.
Bye. Good night, friends.
So, in a burst of fire, out in a field, 2 men wake up as the entire field ignites ablaze in the middle of the night. As they wake up and start running their way through this field, one of them is on fire. And we will see you tomorrow with Drew's character as his retainer is ablaze to start the episode. If you want to watch more stuff like this, up on this side here, right where that little thing is, you will be able to click through all of the preludes that are here that we've done so far, all 3. And then over here somewhere there will be a subscription button. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for Prelude 3. Tomorrow, I hope you guys like Red Dragons, because shit's about to get real. Bye, everybody.